Hello everybody, I am Tom and you are watching me play The Witcher 3 Wild Hunt. And today, specifically, we're going to start Evil's First Touches. So we're going to do the DLC, the Hearts of Stone expansion pack. If you're watching this from the Hearts of Stone playlist, this is actually happening in the middle of my normal Witcher 3 playthrough. So that's why I'm going to be referring to my normal playthrough as we go, but if you want to watch this as a standalone, it's perfectly doable. But we want to talk to Olgierd Voldovarek, who's actually kind of close to where we are at the moment, which is kind of nice, I suppose. Yeah, I mean, that actually kind of works out fairly well. So I guess I'm going to head over there. You'll notice that we are technically under-leveled for this quest, because this game is being played in New Game Plus. Again, I'm going to try and go over some of the more basic stuff for those who are new to the series coming in and watching just the DLC. But we're doing a New Game Plus. There's a few mods that I've got going on here. Notably, Unique Armor and Witcher Armor will scale with my level, so I don't need to recraft it for New Game Plus, because I thought that was kind of dumb. Secondly, I have AutoLoot mod installed, which is quite nice. So, essentially, rather than having to select... Oh, that's right. I just figured they're not talking about monsters, therefore I don't have to do anything about it. But, we have the auto-loot mod so that I don't have to select everything that I loot. I can kind of just... I kill a group of enemies, as soon as the enemies are dead, I auto-loot all their corpses, things like that. And finally, I have an experience mod on there so that I sort of did some weird order stuff in my main playthrough. I actually went through and did Skellige first. So I made it so that when I came back to Velen, I wouldn't be getting nerfed experience. So, we get full experience for all quests. We don't get nerfed experience for lower level quests. So when I go back to Velen eventually, which I haven't done yet, I've done the Novigrad stuff and I have done the Skellige stuff. I haven't done the Velen stuff. And now we're doing the DLC. Which I've never done before I finished the game before, which is why I wanted to do it.
Hey, Witcher! Hi, mate! Your mug's not familiar. What is it you want?
Looking for Olgierd von Everec.
Ah, that'll be inside.
Kind of a group of weirdos.
Olgierd von Everec. I'm looking for him.
None here by that name.
Can't help wondering. Who are you?
Who do we look like?
A crew of cutthroats? Or a band of former soldiers who got lucky?
Ah, but that's where you err. 'Cause we're sons of nobles, all.
And daughters.
So, gonna tell me who you are, precisely?
The Redanian Free Company. The Wild Ones, folk call us. Owing to the boar in our coat of arms.
The Free Company usually implies mercenaries.
I was told I'd find Olgierd von Everec here.
Someone's made an arse of you, brother.
So maybe you can make up for that and help me, brother.
Something tells me you and me have got different mums.
All right, Ungus, you've had your fun. I'm Olgierd. Tell me, what brings you here?
No, I'm Olgierd.
You? Not likely. I'm Olgierd.
You folk are a hoot and all, and I'd love to stay for more laughs, but time's short.
Whoa, shit just got serious.
Hear about the monster in the sewers. Seems Olgierd von Everex offered a bounty on it.
Shit was serious from the start. Goes without saying with a Witcher.
How's that?
The purge you lot of emotion. It's why you're all stiff. Hey? You think they shoved a long pike up your arse?
All right, Master Witcher. Jests are done. Weathered a good bit as it is. I'm impressed. Come on, I'll take you to Olgierd.
Interesting. It seems they were actually testing us with the way that they were kind of... I mean, essentially just teasing is all they were really doing, but... they were being a pain in the arse.
Geralt of Rivia.
Bit of advice, Geralt of Rivia. Once you meet Olgierd, try and pique his interest.
I gotta pique his interest? He's the one wants a monster dead.
Aye, but he don't need you to kill it. So, you want this job? You gotta grab his attention. And he's one to get bored mighty quick.
You say so.
Ottoman, sir. You've a guest.
Do you know what types of sculptures fetch the best prices? Statues of deities, busts of kings, and nudes. And what have we here? A naked wench. What do you think of her?
I happen to like it. Especially the two ovoid forms.
A jester. Good. I don't like men with no sense of humour. They bore me to death. I used to like Botticelli. The life he could breathe into a chunk of cold stone. But I look at it now, and it seems just a rock, ideally proportioned. Not a flaw on its surface. Painfully perfect. As lifeless and boring as a boulder at the roadside. That's better. More interesting, at the least. Very well. And now to the matter at hand. Let's rejoin the company. Partake of some refreshment first.
It's very interesting replaying this and seeing all these scenes, knowing more about Olgierd.
Long live the Ataman!
Long live the Ataman! Long live the Ataman!
Come and drink with us!
Well, we haven't a choice now.
As I was saying, it's coming back and seeing all these scenes after you know the story of Olgierd is interesting. I won't chuck any spoilers through here, so
Fetch us some wine, dear. And a nibble or two.
I'll play through it as if I haven't played through it before, making note of the things that I find interesting.
This some special occasion? Or just feel like feasting?
Every occasion's special. Today we celebrate a dubbing.
Whose?
Squire Herodor's new sabre.
I've hit on a name for her. Fair Sabre, I dub thee Tradiciana!
Monster in the sewers. Know anything more?
I've no clue what it is. Only that it's deadly. I'd not have bothered had my cook not become its victim. Oh, the way she prepared game had no equal.
That why she was in the sewers? To fetch game?
Nay. She went to a fair with a sister or cousin, matters not. Daft wench convinced her a prince transformed into a toad lives in the Oxenfurt sewers. And you know women. Each craves a prince and will wade knee-deep through shite to get him. Vissy was no exception in that respect. Down she went, never to return. Wasn't the first, it seems, either. Hey! Leave her be! Is that any way to treat the lord of the manor's daughter? Apologies. Now, where were we? Oh, yes, the contract. So, you'll check it?
Just one formality to resolve first. My pay.
Never you mind that. Return with the beast's head, and you'll have leave to take anything you wish from me.
Awfully generous. Still, I'd prefer to agree a specific amount.
Ooh, fine. How much would you like? 3? 400 crowns?
450.
Agreed. And that'll be in addition to whatever memento you wish to take.
Consider the beast gone.
Confident? Bring me its head, and the reward shall be yours.
That was far easier than it usually is. To the point where I feel like we could have asked for pretty much any amount and he would have said yes.
Hey, you! Puss papers!
Name's Geralt.
But I'm gonna call you Puss Peepers. That a problem?
Get to the point.
Got an offer. Potentially lucrative Puss Peepers. Someone's killed me mate. Name was Clivert. You're to figure out who did it, then cut the bugger's head off.
Why not avenge him yourself? Seems like you all relish swinging your sabers.
Aye, we do. And if I knew who'd axed Clivert, I'd have gutted him ages ago. Thing is, I don't. But you see a lot with them Puss Peepers. You'll track him down.
I'm a witcher, not a manhunter.
Kill an awful lot of them, though, don't you?
When they deserve it.
And my friend's murderer, he don't deserve it. At least hear me out. Clivert dealt Fistech. A few days past, he rode to Bowden to take a delivery. Never came back.
Been there? Actually seen his corpse?
No, but Clivert was one damned reliable Orson. We was to meet. He didn't show. Can only mean he's dead. Find the bastard.
Or captured.
Find him and kill him. I'll pay top coin.
Need to think it through.
Clivert's got a scar on his forehead. Not unlike yours. Spot that, you'll know it's his body.
Said I'd think about it.
Know what, Puss Peeps? One look at a bloke and I know what he's made of. You'll do what I ask. I bet anything on it. Look for me in Oxenfurt. The Alchemy Inn on the main square.
Fair enough.
As the dwarf said.
I probably will end up helping her. Oh my god, shut up. They all say nothing. Alright. So we will go to the Oxenfurt sewers, I think. I don't know if we're going to do that yet. What I do want to do is actually come down here. Hey, Rich. Yoinked. But I also want to go help the Ophiri merchant, the RUNEWRIGHT. The reason being is that my armor is actually really, really crap. I've played through the main game up to this point with, like, it's all sign-based armor, like I can show you here. We have Eruption, so when we set foes alight by Igni, they explode when they die. But on New Game Plus, my sign intensity cannot get high enough to light people on fire. There's a few monsters that I can still set alight, but for the most part, things can't get set on fire, and this is all, like, sign intensity stuff. Which, like, I'm doing essentially a fast sword build, is essentially what I'm doing. So these are both good with Severance on them, that's fine. But, like, my armor is horrible. I should be wearing, like, Witcher cat armor. And it should be set up properly, but I can't really do that until I get to the... the RUNEWRIGHT, so that he can actually make my armor good. Hello, dear. I think I'm heading the right direction? Yes. Yeah, I want to go here, and then it's like... over here, I think the RUNEWRIGHT is? So I'll probably go here, and then head round. Or I might even just sail across the ocean. The ocean. I might just sail across the lake and get there to the other side. We're like 15 minutes in at this stage.
Slower.
We may as well go to this nose board, because I've never gone here before. Beware of knights in red plate. A plague's descended on our lands of late. An infestation more vile than that of any vermin. Renegade knights from the Order of the Flaming Rose have chosen to make our fair terrain their devilish stomping grounds. Now no man can feel safe here. These so-called knights act as common highway bandits. They steal men's crops and befoul any lasses worth their trouble. We've sent writs of complaint to the sheriff, but till he comes with an army to clear off these mongrels, best avoid these parts if at all possible. Interesting point there, we can actually hunt down the bands of disbanded Order of the Flaming Rose. For those who played The Witcher 1, Order of the Flaming Rose was quite a large thing. Also, to a smaller extent, but it was also noted in the books. Prayer services in Brunwich. All souls who yearn to banish foul forces from their midst come gather around the upper mill. Ernest Gricko, a wandering man of spiritual powers, will exorcise the ghost of the alderman's wife, who harries our lands and has clearly claimed our chapel as her own. If you do come to pray with Reverend Gricko, remember to bring your own candles. Interesting there. Gomes and Bros Carpentry Services. Speedy and solid workmanship. Furnishings in the Novigrad style, dining tables, canopy beds, alcove accessories, and larderware. All for prices that can't be beat. Our customers hail from Oxford itself. Want to dine like a duchess? Go see the brothers Gnome. Or Gomes. Morning, vagrants. If you plan on traversing Dead White Wood, the one near the ruins of Arnscrone Castle, forget about it. Best add on half a league and go around, it's for your own good. For nor you, nor no man else's, no man else'll meet anything good in that place. Fair folk, by order of the Honourable Sir Sigrid de Lau, a levy's to be raised from all the villages in this region. Each household is given 1/5 of all their goods and chattel. In exchange, our order will protect you from vagrants which never fail to prowl the lands in times of war. Accept this levy with understanding and there won't be any unfortunate incidents. Someone has vandalised this parchment with vulgar drawing of several offensive remarks about the Knights of the Order and their mothers. So interestingly, there was on the same notice board someone warning people about knights, and then the knights themselves trying to extort people. And we have a contract. Apprentice gone missing. Good folk. Otto Bamper. My apprentice, Folker, he's disappeared without trace. I'm terribly worried about him. For whoever finds him and brings him back shall receive a sizable sum of Novigrad crowns. If you're interested, come to my hut on the outskirts of Oxenfurt. If you lose the way, ask past some peasants where the local herbalist does his practice and they'll guide you. Alright. So we got a few things there. Most notably, we actually got the fast travel point for here. There's a boat there that I could take across. I could also just run around. I'm just thinking about time because there is a quest like along the way that I don't want to get to yet, and I think it may start if I like just head out there now. So I guess I'm gonna go take a boat. I'm gonna run this way. Whoop. It's a field full of neckers, okay. I can deal with all them later. I believe there's actually a few necker nests around this place as well. But I want to head to the other side. So we're just going to sail directly across. It's probably the easiest way to do it. Over to this windmill, I believe. There we go.
Wind's howling.
Wind's howling. Alright, there we go. Upper mill. So we got a fast travel point here, which is nice. But we also found the RUNEWRIGHT.
Stranger, greetings. Might you be interested in a moment of chat?
Yes, but not necessarily quite yet, because I believe if I talk to you now, you get me into a horse race. Hello, Mr. RUNEWRIGHT.
Greetings.
Greetings, and praise the world in its never-ending creation.
Don't take this the wrong way, but honestly, world doesn't deserve much praise.
Nordlings. Disagreeable always. Faces crinkled, soured, ready to quibble to death even a simple greeting. Aha! But my tongue now has soured, while you for trade have come. Sadly, I can forge for you nothing. My belongings, tools inclusive, all lost.
What exactly is your trade?
You a craftsman or a mage?
Your tongue has no word to fit my trade. A scholar and artisan I am. Part craftsman, part mage. Gematria, runecraft. Familiar to you are these words?
No. Runecraft seems pretty self-explanatory, though.
True, though my craft further ventures. Runes and glyphs I first make, then arrange into powerful magic words. Great practical applications as my art. For rune stones properly forged in a sword set so as to form a magic word, the blade more power grant than runestones set haphazardly. Such words, too, can of glyphs be made and set in armor.
Listen, folks sometimes hire me to solve their problems. Even retrieved a missing item or two in my time.
For me, this you cannot do. I sailed upon a great ship. It sank and my instruments took to the sea's dark depths.
Buying replacements not an option?
Of my own design they were, specially forged. A fortune it cost to make them. And all the coin that with me I had brought lies now in the murky abyss with my instruments.
Seems your skills could be useful to me. Given that, I'd be happy to help you out. What do you say I get you the coin you need? Could pay me back in runes and glyphs.
Is it certain, your offer? A great sum I require. Tools of great expense I need to make even the simplest glyph. I make no mention of the more advanced or master-crafted.
Rest easy. Got a feeling this'll be a good investment.
I will give him the coin, because I have shitloads of it. I have like 10 times that much. I think I've got like 50,000, at least. What brought you to our lands?
Can't help but wonder what brings you to our lands.
A simple thing. For knowledge, a thirst. All he could, my mentor had taught me. The tongues of our lands I'd learned. Of all our plants and animals, I know the names.
Risked that long a journey to learn new words?
A life of plenty I would have lived at home, for the beauty and import of my art are respected. But such a life would be unfulfilled. Great and diverse is the world, for a pace continues its creation. A riddle it is, which through symbols speaks. The world's tongue to learn I wish, the signs by which it speaks to discover, their syntax to master. Through this, to learn the principles of creation.
Well, he hasn't quite mastered the syntax yet. But I do really love the way the Ophiri talk. The Ophiri, by the way, are like an analog to real-world Middle East, essentially. I don't know where Ophir is in comparison to... the continent. Like... I think it's kind of west, but I could be wrong. Your art, you talk about it like it's a religion.
Way you talk about your art sound more like a man of faith than scholarship.
Faith and scholarship for you lie in conflict. Yet in my land, holy men are scholars. Wisdom, their source of esteem.
The Ophiri believe in any gods?
From region to region, this varies. Raised I was to believe in one God, the world. Symbols are God's speech. To study his words is to draw nearer to him.
Symbols, meaning runes and glyphs.
Mere signs are these. An attempt by men imperfect to describe the world. Yet, A magic to them there is, and from God all magic issues. When runes I create, when into words I arrange them, this is prayer. And when into swords I enchant them, that is my benediction.
Benediction is a hell of a word to know when, like, common, I guess, in this case, is not your first language. Have a lot of money.
On me. This enough?
Start it is.
A costly craft.
Yet the costs do not end with coin. Need I shall also a jade stone of size substantial.
See what I can do.
Alrighty then. So we've given him the money. I believe this guy is missing... I don't want to talk to him yet. Because there's like a horse race associated, I think. Whatever, let's just do it.
You're a long way from Ophir.
A long way, and with dangers fraught. But in our homeland, they say, in risk there is honor.
Got a ring to it. Not true in my experience, though. Faced plenty of risks. Honor, not so much.
Because risk issues from intent. Important is this intent. The long passage I brave to admire the unknown, and bring glory to myself and my liege. The world we must explore, virgin lands discover, new knowledge garner among our brothers than to spread. For is there in life a beauty greater than to admire the new, to stand in awe of the never-ending creation of the world?
That mean I've landed in a camp of explorers and philosophers?
Indeed. Your customs we come to observe, knowledge to exchange, and goods, naturally, to trade.
Those god rays coming out from behind me look very, very nice. I have a new graphics card, by the way, as well. So that... upgraded from a 770 to an RTX 2070 Super. Things look much nicer now. Everything's on Ultra and it's beautiful. Hairworks works and I stay on 60. It's fantastic. Willing to talk about your homeland?
Your homeland. Be glad to hear some tales about it if you've got the time.
If time you have. For of my home I could speak until your ears withered, and your legs fail you. What here they call Ophir, in truth, is many diverse polities and peoples. A land it is of vast steppes, mountains forbidding, lakes clear as crystal, and wild lands untouched. A land of fallen empires, kingdoms at their peak, and tribes that know no monarchs, yet remember in myth a time when the world was young.
You call any of these lands home?
Yes, a town with towers to make Nilfgaard weep with envy. Of philosophers, doctors, mathematicians, and mages an enclave. But about these last you should, my friend, interrogate, for one among them is he, a RUNEWRIGHT.
I'll make it a point to talk to him. What did you bring from Ophir? Mind if I have a look?
I believe he sells some Ophiri armor. He does. And an Ophiri saber as well. And a crossbow, which isn't as good as mine. He sells Gwent cards though, which I'm gonna buy. I did not know he sold the Gwent cards. Diagram for an Ophiri saber, I'll grab that. Yeah, as you can see here, I've got like 41 grand, which is probably enough, to be honest. He also has a fair amount of money, so I'm going to sell some of these swords as well. I'll keep you for posterity. That's the sword that I got from... what's his name? The Elven Mastersmith. Sorry, I was talking with my hand in my mouth. The Elven Master... what's his name? I can't remember his name. After all that. Alright, cool. I can probably sell some of this stuff as well. I'll actually keep that. You know what? I'm going to keep the paintings in general, because I get a house at some point. But all this junk I can sell. I can also break this junk down to get stuff, but I'm not worried. The rest of this stuff I'll keep once again for posterity. Alright, that'll do.
Our craftsman's goods, you see worth in them?
Quite a bit, I'd say.
These are nothing compared to what I could offer had I not lost my prize diagrams.
How'd you lose them?
To thieves. In our travels, I and my companions surprise attacked by local ruffians were. The diagrams, their loss. I bemoan not so much as I do one of my comrades. Killed in the violence.
It's a shame. Not a great look. Yeah, I might be able to recover them.
See if I can't find your diagrams. Recover them for you.
These instructions, when followed, produce items worthy of a king.
Tell me where you were attacked, remember?
A crossroads, not far. Forgive me. For this area I know poorly. Detailed directions I cannot provide. North of the spot stood a residence, near ruin.
Should be able to find it.
Fine horse you've got there.
Quite the mount you've got.
Ah, yes. A loyal friend I have in Babietza, and she is wiser than many a man. Countless races we have won together.
So, an explorer and a jockey in one.
From where I come, small children ride, and not a gathering is by a horse race not crowned.
Heard a lot of good things about Ophiri mares. Their speed. Care to race?
Swift as the western winds are our mounts. To prove this would be an honor. So race we must.
Cool. Let's go, Roach. I didn't really want to do the horse race, but I just changed my mind.
Be swift. I will see you at full speed.
I should be able to win this fairly easily, simply because of all the crap that I have. Just kind of, like, the amount of, I'm just making sure I'm going the right way here. The amount of... Woo! That's cool.
Damn, you're ugly.
Monster's dead. The amount of stamina that I have because of all of the shit I've got, like my saddlebags and stuff are all amazing. All my stuff is really, really good. Oh god. Don't stop. We're pretty much at the end.
Take your mount to her limits.
Alright, I got it. I just had to block him for that last thing of stamina. I didn't have enough stamina to go the whole way around, unfortunately.
Ophiri mares may be swift as the wind. Not quite as fast as my roach, though.
I congratulate you. A saddle for your mount, your reward. A contest to commemorate. It will make you a rider even swifter.
Thanks. Like your new gear, Roach?
Ha! Much may be said of a man by how he treats his horse. Our myths tell of a time when love brought together the skies and the steppe. And from their union was born the first mare. Weak were the creatures called men. They fell prey to countless dangers. The mare nursed them. Her milk fed them. Strong they grew. And she let them saddle her. Warriors they became, and gave fight to their foes. The myths teach us to respect our horses. Noblest among all beasts.
Beautiful story. Thanks for that and the race.
Interesting how he talks about the treatment of the horse there. Because Geralt, well, he treats his horses well, that's for sure. He calls them all Roach. And the reason he calls them all Roach is he doesn't want to bother giving them names.
Take care now.
Every horse he's ever had, he's called Roach.
This never-ending creation be praised. Farewell.
So he doesn't... He still kind of sees them as just an animal. He treats them well, but it's just, you know, yeah, there's Roach, I'll have another Roach if this one dies. I have the really nice armor here from the DLC, so I'm going to keep that on for the next DLC, not this one. Alright then, so... Where is it pointing me towards? Oh, it's telling me to go to the end of the crossroads. I don't want to do that yet. I want to... that, for starters. Secondary quests, though... Hang on. Is it a Witcher contract? Treasure? Treasure hunt. Yep, that's the one I wanted. I'm gonna have a long-ish episode. The reason being that... Wow, that's actually way further away than I thought it was. Oh well, nevertheless, let's go. The reason being is that this is kind of like the first episode of a series. I usually like to go for like closer to an hour for the first episode in a series. And this is like in the middle of a series, but it's also kind of the start of a series because I'm kind of going from... I should be able to just ride through here, right? I'm going to have this on a separate playlist as well because I'm sure there are people who are interested in watching the... You're right there, Rich. Interested in watching the DLC as a standalone, which is fair enough. So I'm going to have it as a separate playlist as well. So, it's kind of like the start of a series. I kind of want to go up here, I think. I'm just kind of blindly following this at this point. I'm not really paying a huge amount of attention to where I'm going, aside from towards the marker. Probably dangerous to run through these woods. I believe there's a lesson in one of these woods around here somewhere, so I should be careful about running into that. Because as I said, my armor isn't really up to par, and I'm technically in an area where I'm under-leveled for.
Slow now. Whoa. Let's go!
This is a crossroads. Are you bandits? You're just lumberjacks. I guess I have to search around this area? He said there was some ruins to the north. I believe. So it reckons he was... Screaming foxes. He reckons he was... Ah, here we go. Caravan.
Might want to look around some. Bloody fight, looks like. Folk in the tavern didn't stand a chance. Tracks lead north.
There is his friend that died, unfortunately. A lot of tracks lead north, goddamn. That's not just some bandits, that's like a band of bandits.
Gone cold. Need to look around. See if I can pick it up again. Wounded. Started bleeding heavily.
I hate it when I do that. Geralt talks over himself. Which doesn't make a whole lot of sense, but...
Wonder what this means. Took a traveler hostage, I guess. Blood trails the hostages. Must have been a burden if they left him here to die. Lost the trail. Gotta look around for something else.
I can't remember
Found it.
Oop,
Leads this
footprints.
way.
Nice. Into a trapdoor by the look of it.
Trail ends here. Dirt and ground cover concealing a hatch. Secret passageway.
He cleaned that remarkably well. Oh god. Excuse me a minute. My mouse hasn't done its correct, whatchamacallit, settings, so I need to change my key bindings. Actually, I might be alright, I think. I mean, I would have been alright. I am gonna have to change my key bindings again. This has happened a few times, but sometimes my mouse doesn't it has profiles that you can select, and sometimes it won't actually, it's supposed to actually start up a profile when I start The Witcher, but occasionally it doesn't actually pick up that I've started the program, so it doesn't swap the profile, and I've got to do it manually. Which is unfortunate when I enter a fight and I want to pull out my sword, and I hit the button to pull out my sword and fail to. Which is what happened there. I'll fix that, I'll be back in a second. Alright, we're back. And things are a bit better now. I can actually pull out my sword. Hey, motherfuckers! Oh god. I need Quen up here because these guys will one-shot me. I have full adrenaline, so I should be getting insta-kills fairly consistently. But again, I have to focus my Quen because it's dangerous not to. Like that. There we go. Alright. I guess Axie is probably a good choice here. I want to Quen first though. There we go. There we go. Interesting that they were the Knights of the Flaming Rose here. So they were the ones who attacked the Ophiri Merchant, obviously. And we get armor diagram untranslated, letter with orders, a rune, and a bunch of other stuff. Diagram written in an unknown tongue, required translation. Drawings show various stages of crafting armor. Clearly an Ophiri. Letter with orders. I assume that's just pronounced Rob. I've given you a whole month, and nothing. No, you read this, Ulrich. I've given you a whole month, and nothing. No progress. Diagrams are just as damn incomprehensible as they when you started. So that's it. Enough fucking around. You gotta do it. You gotta do the following. Keep one diagram and stare at it till you hit on something, and send the rest to the other camps. Maybe some of the lads there ain't quite as dense, and I'll manage to translate those damn scratching into something we can use. Those alchemists encamped by the bee yards spent most of their lives prying over books, so send one of the drawings to them. It's misspelled. Send a second to the band that occupies a brick inside the ruins of the lake. One of the lads there was supposed to be ordained a reverend. He knows strange tongues. As to our transfer base in the bogs near the abandoned village, a lad there was formerly a librarian's assistant. Send him the third diagram. Ulrich. P.S. For inspiration, try your hand at translating this. Rob kea mi ebeth ep ars. Rob can kiss my ass, I think. In Elder Tongue. Or Nilfgaardian, it's hard to tell which. I think that was Elder Tongue. It's very similar, Nilfgaardian to Elder Speech. I think it's based off the same, but I don't believe it's actually the same language. Alright, so we have 1 out of the 4 diagrams, and the rest are in bandit camps. Which we now have on our map, I believe. Yep. And there's one right here, so I guess we'll pull that one off. And then there's one over here, so I guess we'll go that one. And then there's one up here. So I guess we'll get that one. This also works out pretty well because the jade we need is over here somewhere, as well as helping the woman find the guy who killed her friend, quote unquote. Her fuck buddy by the sounds of it. I think what we're going to do today is probably clear out these bandit camps. I'll cut to each one, rather than making you watch me run through all this place. But I'll cut to each one, and then that'll be the end of the episode for today. Alright, first one is the one that's closest, right? Yes, that's the one that's highlighted. Good. Alright, we're back. First bandit camp. Once again. Up. Arbalist. I'm really surprised I didn't get an insta-kill there. Son of a bitch is trying to back up so he can hit me with an arrow. Now I'm less worried. Oh god. I don't have a Quen up. This is a more dangerous group than the last one we went through. To the point...
Show me what you got.
That I'm gonna have to use some extra shit. Nice. Nearly out of Quen. Whew, that was close. Very nearly led to my death. Moon dust is pointless. Oh god. That was very close to death because of that fireplace. We've nearly got it on all of them. I have very high adrenaline, so insta-kills are a definite possibility. Nice. I stabbed his head off. I don't know how the fuck I did that, but I'll take it. Woo! I'm kind of banking for instant kill on this guy, otherwise it'll just take ages. There we go. Alrighty then. That's another boot diagram. And a crumpled letter. Let's have a look at them. Boot diagram. That's contract. I don't know why it's coming up. Faites Demes Diamonds? I don't even know what that's for. As a player forming that grows thinner by the day, true, Master Ulrich sent brethren to watch the high road, but I find it far-fetched to believe a caravan of alchemists will ride past them hauling full barrels of acid anytime soon. Ergo, we must try to produce some of our own, for otherwise there can be no talk of producing any more Fistek. Interesting. Okay. I see. So these guys are all Fistek dealers, clearly. My experiments have proven we can obtain the missing substance following a very simple procedure. I now need only convince the Brethren of the necessity of a few little bee stings. Getting formic acid from the bees, fair enough. Obtaining formic acid from bee venom has proven extremely exhausting and is progressing far too slow to satisfy our needs. Perhaps a change of method is in order, scribbling in the margin idea semi-common uritic diokia in a covered pot above. That's piss. They gotta burn their piss off to get the formic acid thing, okay. Letting the steam condense into a series of wooden buckets underneath, one of which will receive an acidic portion and thus the formic acid. The Brethren have grown extremely irritated, not only by the bee stings, but by the fact we now must gather stinging nettle. Interesting. Remember that stinging nettle. Uritica dio... Yeah, okay. I was thinking Urticia? It's maybe to do with urine? No. Stinging nettles, fair enough. Getting them from bees would suck. That would be near impossible. And a crumple note. Tour. Ulrich sent me to send you one of these stolen diagrams. He's dead set on puzzling them out quick as possible. No idea what's put the fire into his breeches, but knowing him, there's coin involved. Sure as shaving. So if you do manage to decipher anything, write me first and we'll, reconnoiter on what to do next. That lout's starting to rile me. Sits on his ass all the time, getting up only to come chew us out. High time he was taught a lesson, Rob. Okay, interesting. Well, Rob's dead. So this guy now. Alright, well, that's one down. Let's go to the next one. Oh, it's a bear, that's alright. I'll leave the bear alone. I was trying to figure out what it was. I thought it was a monster, but no, just a bear. It's fine. This one is kind of difficult to get to. I could die here.
Any last words?
Like horse and bread with scratchings! Get in from the left! How do you wish to die?
Oh god, there's another one. Run away. Alright, they're all down there now. I should be able to kill this guy.
You'll never learn.
Faster for fuck's sake!
Damn it! I got a ham sandwich. I don't know where the most recent save will be. My hope is it's like right near here. Fucking really?
Get in from the left!
Oh my god. The god arrow.
Faster for fuck's sake!
Alright, and we're back. Orders from Ernst Gulst. Ernst, stay away from dead-right wood. Forests are full of overgrown walls, and the ground emits some kind of rancid gas. Plus, a week or so back, I sent a detachment of men there. I told them they would do a bit of reconnaissance, but that was all hogwash. We'd finished scouting that place out long ago and knew the wood's a deadly trap. That's why I gathered up the worst of my lot. The ones you don't do a lick of good to make up for the cost of feeding him, and send him to a certain death. I know I hear you asking, is it Adult's fault he's adult? Well, these cretins could prove a serious threat to us in battle. During the last skirmish with Radovid's Reapers, 2 of these idiots failed to recognize our emblems on our shields in the heat of battle and attacked our own men, which makes me wonder if these numbskulls ever even made it out to that wood. Interesting. Alright. So cool. So we've cleared out this camp. I think that's probably going to be it, because the last one, if I remember correctly, is their main camp. And I'm not actually interested in going there until I do another quest first, because there's another quest that leads me there. So I think I'll do that next time. It's like in Drager or something over there. I can hear him. You fighting in a Drager? Oh god. No, it's an arachnomorph. Oh my god, that's ludicrous. I got tag teamed by a fallen knight and an arachnomorph. Well, that's a thing, I suppose. I'm gonna come back here, and hopefully that arachnomorph will fuck off. And I'll let them kill each other. Alright, so we got diagram for the gauntlets, and we also got letter with orders. Louis, did you get to that diagram from Rob? Made any progress? Soon as you make out so much as a word, write directly to me, because that twat Robbie'll try something tricky. We're sitting on a gold mine, mate. We just gotta work out what's scribbled on those papers and we'll be chasing buyers off with a broom. So leave us raiding and robbing all the time being. Just sit in camp and work your noggins till you think of something. Aldrich. That's apparently Aldrich's voice now. That's just who he is. I'm gonna let these idiots kill each other. Well, seemingly I'm gonna let this arachnomorph kill this dude.
Die.
Hello. Apparently I'm not. Attack it, coward. This is a ludicrous situation that I don't even care about. You know what? Fuck the arachnomorph. Just fuck him. I'm out. They're a pain in the ass to fight in the best of times. Anyway. As I said, that's going to be it for this episode. God damn. I don't know how I'm going to cut all that up. I think I'll just go from my first death. It'll be death montage until I'm just done with that bullshit. Anyway, thanks for watching, guys. If you like the video, please leave a like. If you're not subscribed already, please consider subscribing. And as always, thanks for watching, and I shall see you next time. Cannot be bothered fighting that arachnomorph. When it's like, essentially teaming up with the bad guy. It's quite annoying. Anyway, see you next time, guys. God, this game looks beautiful.